knew him, Horatio. A fellow of infinite jest, most excellent fancy. He hath bore me on his back 1,000 times. And now, how abhorred in my imagination it is. My gorge rises at it. Here hung those lips I have kissed, I know not how oft. Where be your jibes now? Your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar? Not one now to mock your own grinning. Quite chop fallen. Now get you to my lady's chamber and tell her, let her paint an inch thick. To this favor she must come. Make her laugh at that. Prithee, Horatio, tell me one thing.
What's that, my lord?
Dost thou think Alexander looked to this fashion in the earth?
And so, my lord.
And smelt so?
And so.
To what base uses we may return, Horatio? Soft a while. Here comes the king, the queen, the courtiers. Who is this they follow? And with such maimed rites, this doth betoken the corpse they follow did with desperate hand fordo its own life. Couch we a while and mark.
Requiem aeternam dona eis Domine, et lux perpetua luceat eis, et ecce hymnus Deus Sion, tibi redetur votum in Jerusalem, exaudi orationem meam, te omnis caro venie, requiem aeternam dona eis Domine, Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison.
What ceremony else? What ceremony else?
Her obsequies have been as far enlarged as we have warranty. Her death was doubtful. But that great command o'ersways the order she should in ground unsanctified have lodged till the last trumpet, where charitable prayers, shards, flints, and pebbles should be thrown at her. Yet here she has allowed her virgin krantz, her maiden struments, and the bringing home of bell and burial.
Must there no more be done?
No more be done. We should profane the service of the dead to sing sage requiem and such rest to her as to peace parted souls.
Lay of the earth.
And from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violets spring.
Fair Ophelia.
Sweets to the sweet farewell. I hope thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought thy bride bed to have decked, sweet maid, and not to have strewed thy grave.
O trouble, woe, fall 10 times trouble on that cursed head whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold off the earth a while, till I have caught her once more in mine arms. My lord!
My lord!
My lord! My lord! Now pound your dust on the quick and dead, till up this flat a mountain you have made to o'ertopple Pelion.
What is he whose grief bears such an emphasis? Whose phrase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars and makes them stand like wonder-wounded hearers? This is I, Hamlet the Dane.
Devil take thy soul.
Thou prayest not well.
My lord!
Why, I will fight with him upon this theme until my eyelids will no longer
Oh, my
wag.
son, what theme?
I loved Ophelia.
40,000 brothers could not with all their quantity of love make up my sum. What wilt thou do for her?
He is mad, Laird.
Oh, love of God, forbear him!
Swoon, show me what thou do. Would weep, would fight, would fast, would tear thyself, would drink up Isel, eat a crocodile. I'll do it! Dost thou come here to whine? To outface me with leaping in her grave? Be buried quick with her, and so will I. Nay, and thou'lt mouth. I'll rent as well as thou!
Oh, this is mere madness.
Here, you, sir. What is the reason that you use me thus? I loved you ever. But it is no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and dog will have his day.
I pray you, good Horatio, wait upon him. Strengthen your patience in our last night's speech. We'll put the matter to the present push. Good Gertrude, set some watch over your son. This grave shall have a living monument. An hour of quiet shortly shall we see. Till then, in patience, our proceeding be.
You remember all the circumstance?
Remember it.
Sir, in my heart, there was a kind of fighting that would not let me sleep. Up from my cabin, my sea gown scarfed about me. In the dark, groped I to find out them, had my desire, fingered their packet, and in fine withdrew to mine own room again, making so bold, my fears forgetting manners, to unseal their grand commission, where I found, Horatio, royal knavery. An exact command, larded with many several sorts of reasons, importing Denmark's health and England's too, with ho, such bugs and goblins in my life, that on the supervise no leisure bated, no not to stay the grinding of the axe, my head should be struck off.
Is't possible?
Here's the commission. Read it at your more leisure, but wilt thou hear now how I did proceed?
I beseech you.
Being thus benetted round with villainies, ere I could make a prologue to my brains, they had begun the play. I sat me down, devised a new commission, voted fair. Wilt thou know the effect of what I wrote?
Aye, good my lord.
An earnest conjuration from the king, as England was his faithful tributary, as love between them like the palm might flourish, that on the view and knowing of these contents, without debatement further, more or less, he should those bearers put to sudden death, not shriving time allowed.
So Guildenstern and Rosencrantz go to it.
Why, man, they did make love to this employment. They are not near my conscience. Their defeat does by their own insinuation grow.
Why, what a king is this?
Does it not, think thee, stand me now upon? He that hath killed my king and whored my mother, popped in between the election and my hopes, thrown out his angle for my proper life, and with such cozenage, is not perfect conscience to quit him with this arm?
It must be shortly known to him from England what is the issue of the business there.
It will be short. The interim is mine. And a man's life's no more than to say one. But I'm very sorry, good Horatio, that to Laertes I forgot myself. For by the image of my cause I see the portraiture of his.
Peace, who comes here.
Your lordship is right welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir. Dost know this waterfly?
No, good my lord.
Thy state is the more gracious.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit. Put your bonnet to his right use. 'Tis for the head.
I thank your lordship. It is very hot. His majesty bade me...
No, believe me, 'tis very cold. The wind is northerly.
It is indifferent cold, my lord. Indeed.
But yet methinks it is very sultry and hot for my complexion.
Exceedingly, my lord. It is very sultry, as 'twere I cannot tell how. But, my lord, his majesty bade me signify to you that he hath laid a great wager on your head. Sir, this is the matter.
I beseech you, remember.
Nay, good my lord, for my own ease and good faith. Sir, here is newly come to court, Laertes. Ah, believe me, absolute gentleman, full of the most excellent differences of soft society, of great showing. Indeed, to speak feelingly of him, he is the card or calendar of gentry.
Sir, his definement suffers no perdition in you. Though I know to divide him inventorially would dizzy the arithmetic of memory. For to make a true diction of him, his semblable is his mirror, and who else would trace him? His shadow, nothing more.
Ah, your lordship speaks most infallibly of him.
The concernancy, sir. Why do we wrap the gentleman in our more raw breath?
Sir?
It is not possible to understand in another tongue. You will to it, sir, really.
What imports the nomination of this gentleman?
Of Laertes?
Of him, sir.
I know you are not ignorant.
Would you did, sir. Yet in faith, if you did, it would not much approve me. Well, sir?
You are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is.
I dare not confess that, lest I should compare with him in excellence. But to know a man well were to know himself.
I mean, sir, for his weapon.
What's his weapon?
Rapier and dagger.
That's two of his weapons, but well.
The king, sir, hath wagered with him 6 Barbary horses, against the which he hath impawned, as I take it, 6 French rapiers and poniards, along with their assigns, as hangers, girdles, and so
6
forth.
Barbary horses against 6 French swords and their assigns. That's the French bet against the Danish. Why is this all impawned, as you call it?
The king, sir, hath laid, sir, that in a dozen passes between yourself and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. He hath laid on 12 for 9, and it would come to immediate trial. If your lordship would vouchsafe the answer.
Sir, I will walk here in the hall. If it please his majesty, it is the breathing time of day with me. Let the foils be brought, the gentleman willing, and the king hold his purpose. I will win for him if I can. If not, I shall gain nothing but my shame and the odd hits.
Shall I redeliver you even so?
To this effect, sir. After what flourish your nature will.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
Yours.
You will lose, my lord.
I do not think so. I shall win at the odds. But thou wouldst not think how ill all's here about my heart. But it is no matter.
Nay, good my lord.
It is but foolery. But it is such a kind of misgiving as would perhaps trouble a woman.
If your mind dislike anything, obey it. I will forestall the repair hither and say you are not fit.
Not a whit. We defy augury. And there's special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all. Since no man knows of aught he leaves, what is it to leave betimes? Let be.
My lord, the queen desires you to use some gentle entertainment to Laertes before you fall to play.
She well instructs me, sir.